So, welcome everyone to Deep Funding Town Hall number 15, I believe. About Deep Funding Town Hall, or short DFTH. DFTH is an initiative by SingularityET Ambassador program in collaboration with SingularityNET Foundation. It aims to establish an open online space for the Deep Funding and SingularityNET community. If you would like to stay in touch, you can check out SingularityNET's website, Deep Funding website, and you can check AI Marketplace if you're interested in doing some AI shopping. So, today, the main room, we have two main rooms. The first one by Kevin RC, and that's about a deep dive into SYBIL. That's a new project that was awarded in DF2, or Deep Funding 2, the second round. And the second one by Felix, which is an introduction into Deep Funding and an open QA. And after that, I will give the mic to Raphael. Perhaps he will give us some updates.
Okay, so after this now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, you see, first time here without Ian, and I already messed it, just kidding. Yeah, thank you very much for all you that are here. It's always a pleasure to be with you. As I mentioned, pretty sure many of you already know Ian is in his vacation since last week. And I would love to give you some insights, or at least some remarks about the Deep Funding Round 3, which was launched last week, actually a week ago. First, and before that, I would like to discuss with you that are awarded teams, also for those that are going to watch this recording later, and especially for those that are willing to apply in this round or next and being awarded. We have a process, an internal process of evaluation and assessment of proposals during the rounds, which is called peer review. The peer review is something, process that goes directly to evaluate the quality. It's a qualitative assessment of proposals. And we really rely on this volunteer process coming from the awarded teams. So if we have members from the teams that are willing to participate into this, please subscribe. I sent an email today with the link. We already talked about it previously as well. And it's very important to keep the quality of the program, right? So you are going to be involved, those projects that are going to be onboarded. It's very important to have good quality projects as well. And it's a building process, right? We, of course, rely on the community as well, the expertise that the entire community, SingularityNET and Deep Funding have. But this is an important step. So please join us for doing this, okay? Yeah, so about the remarks and some questionings or inputs that I'm receiving from community members and proposers. One very important that I would like to start with is when you are proposing, it's kind of mandatory for your team to be the responsible in delivering your milestones, executing the project itself. It's hard for us from Deep Funding team to be all the time at your disposal to work along with and execute the tasks itself for the milestone. So if you have such demand, you can reach out to us before you propose, and then we can discuss how we can best participate in your project. okay? Because otherwise, what can happen is your proposal is really good, you are going to be voted and awarded by the community, and then when it's the time to deliver your milestones, you might not be happy because we might delay your milestone and so on, and then you are not going to be paid as quickly as you would like to. Okay, so it's just a remark because I've seen, I'm talking to some teams and also saw some proposals already that is requesting and requiring our participation in it as well. Remember that we have a lot of additional work to make this happen and to proceed and maintenance and so on. So potentially it's going to be a hurdle for you. Okay. I also detected and I received contact from you guys as well. ChatGPT use or LLMs use in our, not only in the proposals, but also in the engagement with comments. At this point, we are not going to cut, for instance, comments that are being done via ChatGPT. But at the same time, I saw some users that are copying and paste the same comment in the critics, in the questioning, and in the thumbs up. Okay, so don't do that, please, because we are not going to consider for the engagement reward, right? This is very important we always are willing to have the best of people, not this other side, let's put this way. So don't try to trick the system, at least not in this not clever way. Yeah. Another question that people are raising is about one rule, actually two rules or main rules that you have to follow. In order to being able to receive, to be awarded, you have to, in case you are in the pool new projects, you have to provide a service, an AI service via API calls, for instance, but you can also use the services that are available on in our platform. Okay, so you can choose, but you can use both ways. So you can have a service, you can provide a service that uses another service, which would be amazing to see, but it's not that you have to have both. So if you don't see in the platform marketplace or the marketplace service that you can use, it's not a problem as much. It's not a problem if you are providing an AI service. Okay, another clarification that I heard more than once. About the engagement awards that I already mentioned, well, feel free to go there, but keep in mind that we have to be not only polite when we are commenting, but also relying on ethics for it. Okay. When you are going to propose on Sway platform, when you create new proposals, you are going to see two options, one using AI and one that's doing by yourself, okay? At this point, it's better to use, as much ironic as it is, don't go for the AI option because I created specific texts and information instructions for you guys in the regular one, do it yourself. Okay, so I believe that it's up to you, of course, but I believe it's going to be better if you use the do it yourself option, right? Yeah, about a quick as well here analysis. We have one proposal so far on the pool SNet for RFPs. We don't have proposals in pool tooling, which is sad. We have 4 proposals on marketing initiatives, good. We don't have proposals in the ideation phase as well. And we have so far 2 proposals on the new projects. One proposal in the last pool, the SNET RFPs, or request for proposals, which is a new pool that we created. I can put here the link for you to see it. Now, where is the... Yeah, I can't find the link to comment here in the chat. It's okay.
I'll pull it up for you.
Okay. Thank you, Prem. Weird. But yes. So I consider at this point, 1 week in, we have a bit more than 3 weeks to the end of the submission period. I consider a low engagement in proposals, right? 7 proposals at this moment. I agree with Felix. Everything during the at least the north of the word summer, it's going in a slow movement. But we also, before we decided using this date, we discussed it with you in the governance calls. I'm not sure if you remember about this situation, and we got this common understanding that it wouldn't be a problem because, among other reasons, people would have more time to do it as well because they are not working, right? So that's why we choose this period, because we wanted to go forward with a new round as well. So yeah, it's I still believe that by the half of the process until the end, we are going to see a lot. I've been talking to a lot of good, very interesting projects that are going to propose, but they need more time to work on it and make the proposals. It's not an easy process, definitely. Most of you pass it through this and know how it's not an easy step, right? Okay, for now, it's the main remarks that I wanted to make to start with, and hopefully I am always open for you guys. If you want to reach on Discord, email, please be free to do it. Sometimes I take some time to answer because of the entire process that we are passing through, but I am very keen to answer and support you as needed. Okay, thank you.
That's a lot of insights. I really hope everyone could grasp at least 80% or 90% of that. And I encourage everyone to just drop on the Discord and have a conversation. If Raphael doesn't answer, probably a lot of other people would answer your questions. Again, it's a community effort. I see that Tommy's hand is up, so let's go with Tommy.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to ask in here or in Felix's breakout room, but I figured I'd ask everybody. So my question is about ethics, ethical concerns of putting in proposals. Members of the ambassador cadre and or I don't know what the terms are, the volunteer advisors or whatever. Is there any ethical barriers for any of us or any of them to put in proposals, or should we consider ethical barriers for ambassadors or other people involved from putting in a proposal?
Ambassadors from the SingularityNET? Oh, please.
Yeah, yes.
I would love. You are more than welcome to propose. Definitely. No etiquettes involved. You are part of the SingularityNET ecosystem, and we are more. Even some spin-offs from or people related to it from the ecosystem, the SingularityNET ecosystem, are also willing to propose, and we don't see any problem with that. We encourage it.
Okay, because we were education, we were talking with one teacher, and Kevin, who you all know is my son, and I keep disclosing that, about trying to acquire from Hanson one of the baby robots, the baby Sophia's, give her a name, and train her and take her to schools as an educational tool. We just didn't know what full ethics and ethical concerns would be on something like that. And I would think that's in the marketing category.
Okay. So in this case, your question actually was related to the ethics of AI in general, right? Not about ambassadors applying for the award.
Well, no, it's really about the ambassadors. That's the big question. But if you want to discuss AI ethics, let's go for it.
Yeah,
I think
of course,
that would take too long for this.
Yeah, we need a breakout room for that, definitely. It's a good one, Tommy, please. Next time, 15 days from now, it's a good one to have it. One point only, it's every time that you're going to propose, you have to have in mind that you have to follow some guidances, which are, for instance, okay, we are going to have this baby with AI. How we are going to engage or to interact this with our platform, and how we are going to have this as an AI service, for instance. So if you can deal with that and handle it, it's more than okay to go on. I guess it's Skype time. Felix, please.
Yeah, also to me, to what you said, Deep Funding and the Ambassadors program are both crucial parts for SingComDAO. And if you go with proposals, I would definitely recommend start early already to coordinate and check in with Deep Funding team and SingularityNET Foundation, and to make sure the goals are well coordinated, the intents are well aligned on both sides. And I think Deep Funding itself can become a really beautiful place as well for different SingularityNET entities to come together and to actively collaborate, actually.
I wonder, has there been... Thanks, man. Has there been a public announcement of the people that are helping out the Deep Funding in this round? And
the focus group.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. You got it.
No, not yet. Not yet. Ian is going to announce the focus group as soon as he's back. And then already aligned with them about a lot of actions and interactions that they are going to provide.
Nice. Follow-up question. I wonder if Tommy was speaking about the focus group with his question in terms of the focus group members making proposals, but that's just an assumption.
Was the case, Tommy?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. The volunteers and the other people. There's a couple of different teams working in the back on Deep Funding, so that's why I raised the holistic question of ethics in submitting to Deep Funding,
Okay.
not just passive.
Okay. Well, even though the focus group is going to be participative and we will to be very in touch with the Deep Funding and SingularityNET team, we still understand this as a decentralized initiative, right? So it's not that the focus group is part of the Deep Funding. I mean, it's not that embedded in a way. For instance, you can have the votes of more votes from the community, right? I see these ethics when you are going to be benefited in an unfair way for being part of it. If you are not going to be benefited, and I would love to hear from you guys as well, but I can see at this point how one could be highly benefited instead of others that are not part of such a group. rather being more involved and hearing more about the problems and how to solve those and so on, which is open to everyone to have this understanding as well. And it's not that the focus group is going to make push their agenda for being selected beforehand or something like that. There is a balance in this process to counterbalance the possibility of having this, which is also part of the focus group to discuss this type of situation, definitely. Walter, please.
So I want to do some boring stuff. Not specifically AI. Having spent a year at Gitcoin anti-SYBIL department, I probably can say a thing or three about, like Jen was saying in his presentation, oh, people are not gonna update their profiles, this and that. No, people write bots and people organize if there is enough money. And anyway, so what's the best way for me to get involved in some of the, technical sides of the grant process itself?
Mm-hmm. Well, you are in a very good venue for that, discussing. For instance, you raised the question, potentially if others are here and are looking for some sort of technical background into it, they will potentially reach out to you. You can also start, it's a very good starting, going towards our pools of the awards. We have, for instance, that is not related to AI, the pool tooling, which you can propose toolings that are going to improve our processes. So that would be a very good case as well to participate. Is that excellent.
What you are saying? I got to read up on the tool. Not sure I want to write a new tool rather than augment what you guys have in place. But yeah, that's probably a great venue to pursue. And of course, quadratic funding, likewise. That for a while was the home of quadratic funding, at Gitcoin. And the underlying economics of SYBIL. So, okay, all right.
Perhaps we can talk about this more in the breakout rooms. This was a very long introduction. We have two breakout rooms, one by Felix, one by Kevin. I would like to remind both of you to record the breakout rooms if everyone is okay with it. And yeah, let's go for it. Looking forward to the conversations there.
Nice. I just opened up the two rooms. You have Introduction Deep Funding with Felix, and then Kevin will be going over SYBIL, which is a Fund 2 project.